Hello my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the League of Amazing Adventurers here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. I'm Will, the GM for this game, and this is a public service announcement. Continue to be awesome, and make sure to hand out lots of candy this Sunday on Halloween.
Yeah, candy! Guys.
Or don't. That's not what I'm doing.
With the amount of children in your area, I'm surprised they don't go door to door.
Not at our apartment complex, because you never
fair.
know whose door you're knocking on.
That's fair.
We live in Los Angeles.
Yes. We're all here. We have Abby playing Cassandra, Garl playing by Matt, Nim played by McKenna, Lynx played by Cooper, our personal links to the past, as they are an archaeologist. This is the type of mood my brain is in tonight, and that bodes well for all of you.
Nor is true.
Before we get started, a couple announcements. Number one being, hey, we have a whole bunch of other shows on this channel, like the Calling Chronicle on Friday, or the Strength of Thousands AP on Monday. Oh boy. Strength of Thousands Adventure Path. Good times. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm not going to lie. If Igora does die, I do have a backup character made, and they may or may not be a magical sniper.
Nah, man. I go in with no plan B.
Same.
If I have to resort to a plan B, I've already fucked up.
My issue with having a plan B at any given time is that I will always want plan B to happen.
And then there's me, who has literally one of everything built in a folder, just waiting to be played. If I had $1 for every Pathfinder 2 character I had built that I doubt I would ever get to play, I would have many dollars.
Like at least 50.
At least $50. More so because I've now started doing every sub action. So like every sorcerer bloodline, every witch patron, every monk sort of fighting style, every alchemist. It's been a good time.
Good.
Yes, but speaking of good times, one last announcement. Barring the date, at the beginning of November-ish, within like the first 3 weeks of November, we're going to do our lovely isekai stream.
Cool. Oh boy.
Which it's going to be a very fun, crazy time. It's going to be a 12-hour stream. People are going to be dropping in, dropping out. The plot line of which is going to be along the lines of, hey, we all got isekai'd. Everyone has awesome powers but me. Well, I'm going to try and do some cool stuff even though I'm powerless, and it'll essentially be the party trying to stop me from dying.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good time. But yeah, we have all of that coming up. We have our regular schedule of shows. We're sticking to the tabletop RPG shows for now because it's nice having nights off.
Yeah.
But let's see. Other than that, we've done that. There may be a Fate stream in December or late November that I do as I do some 10 pulls. But other than that, yeah, we're just sticking with the tabletop RPG. All right, but that's all of our announcements. I've rambled on for 4 whole minutes. Let's roll that intro and get right into the game. Last time on the League of Amazing Adventurers, our party was in the Shadow Plane.
We beat the shit out of a wizard.
We did. It was fun.
No.
You did, and they enjoyed it.
We don't care.
Now I stuffed them in my closet.
Yep.
Don't like that.
Aranari was very much amicable to the party after getting their ass beat. And they provide some information as well as some help getting out of the Shadow Plane. However, when the party returned to the Material Plane in Isil at their base, with the refugees from the Opal Empire in tow, they got a disturbing realization as Elisandra received a message and tried to lie to the party, but Garl and Nimbus both picked up
Garl's the only one who knows.
However, Garl is the only one who knows, but Nim picked up on Elisandra holding back information. But Garl knows that Gwendolyn, Nim's childhood friend, has been captured and is currently behind enemy lines, which is why when this episode goes up on YouTube, this is going to be called Saving Private Gwendolyn.
Oh, she's not even a private.
Realizing that she knows something that the other party members probably would want to know, but is unsure whether she'd tell them, Garl's eye begins to twitch, and a little bit of red smoke comes off of her crystals.
Garl, are you all right?
Yes, I think I just need to poo. I gotta go. She runs off into the woods.
Cassandra, could you?
Wait, where are we exactly?
You're
In front of the...
You're in the jungle, so you're running into the
Okay.
jungle. Yeah. Garl, watch out for the snakes.
I don't need a snack, but thanks.
Alessandra, what did you tell Garl?
Oh, I just...
Something wrong.
I invited Garl to my chambers for a bit. I need to work on their crystals, so...
Oh, that went a different direction.
Cassandra, could you make sure Opie gets settled in?
Yes, I can do
You
that.
literally see Opie taking a tree, pulling it out of the ground, taking another tree, pulling it out of the ground, and, like, making a lean-to.
Opie, we could probably get you settled in a room. You can put the trees back.
Lynx watches Opie do all this and just... respect.
Deforestation is an issue.
I'm going, while they are distracted, to message Alessandra and just say, we need to talk.
Visible, just, like, face going, like, full masking mode. But, yeah, so Opie puts together a little lean-to for themselves in, like, a matter of minutes. And it just looks like, oh, I'm sorry. Were these friends of yours?
It's okay. You didn't know. I'm sure we can... I mean, unless you would be more comfortable like this. So there is a house. I'm sure we can build an additional room if you want.
Oh, there's a home? And, see, now imagining Opie running towards, like, one of the android, like, huts that they've built, and, like, Alice in Wonderlanding it, where they're just, like, arms and legs are outside the windows and doors, and their heads poking up through the roof.
Oh boy.
But
I was gonna check.
she does kind of curl up inside of one.
We'll come back to that.
Garl, while you're in the woods,
Yes?
you finish off your walk and your business. And as
Didn't
you
actually
are-
have to do business.
As you are wandering about in the forest, in the jungle, I would like you to make me a perception check.
It was a fake duty.
Yes, Garl lied about poop.
It was a duty roulette.
I love Garl.
Perception, nice, Garl. So as you're looking around, you notice a couple of things. Specifically, in the tops of the trees of this area, there is what appears to be several four-winged crows.
Four-winged crows?
Mm-hmm.
And they were roommates. Okay. Can I do a nature check to know if I have ever seen anything about these?
Yeah, this would actually technically be a occultism check.
Oh.
What?
An occultism.
Well, just because of things that will come up maybe in a little bit, when I leveled up, I am now trained in occultism.
Nice.
So this won't be a completely useless roll.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
got a
god.
crit. My head is suddenly filled with occultism, possibly from the influence of something that is maybe a little angry at me. Who knows?
So you can't identify the creature exactly, but it would fall under the perusal of the psychopomp.
Oh no. I, Matthew, know that means that something possibly has died, or is going to. Garl is like, psychopomp. Psychopomp. I think I've heard this word. Don't know exactly what it means, but I'm going to start inching back towards camp.
All right. After their interaction with Opie and Nim, Alessandra has retreated back to the main house.
I'm following her.
Yeah.
Yes.
She goes into the basement.
Okay.
Kinky.
I don't knock. I just follow her.
The door is so you just pop open the door.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you just.
Unless it is locked?
It is not locked, but as you open it, the basement is just like. It's an odd room, so there's just books everywhere that have just been strung about. It looks like Cassandra had run through here or something, but there were like books strung about through the floor. They're all open. There's like magic circles hastily drawn on the ground and such. Like it is like a full-on like arcane research area.
Can I make either Arcana or Occultism check to see what it is that is being researched?
Yeah.
Does it matter which one I roll?
Nope. Whichever one you prefer.
That is another natural goddamn 20!
What a great
Oh.
night it's gonna be.
What?
Yeah, we're getting them all out of the way.
Bones night.
Yeah.
It's a bones
It's a
night.
bones
It's
night.
a bones night. It is, in fact, a bones night, and this does actually work out really well because the subject at hand is souls.
Doing what specifically?
Like shoes?
Just generally containing them.
Alessandra! You can't hide forever.
I think I can if I hide well enough, Nimbus.
Good for her.
I think you maybe have not hidden all that well, considering I can still hear you.
I know you can hear me, but it is an illusion.
I don't
Pay
think
no
it is. I
attention
saw
to
you.
the Alessandra
Alessandra,
behind the
get out
curtain.
here
Pay
right
no
now.
attention to the Alessandra behind the curtain.
Is this a joke to you?
No, it's not a joke to me. It's just simply a trying to disarm the situation with humor. I was reading a book on that.
So true.
Cassandra.
Did it tell you that maybe
Who
there are
wrote that
certain
book?
situations that you shouldn't joke around in, and that
And-
sometimes that's inappropriate?
And this is one of those situations. I take it now, but Nimbus, I assure you it is only for the best of intention.
No, you know what? No, I know when I'm being lied to, and I know when you're hiding something. So save us
Yes.
both sometimes and spit it out.
I don't think I will until you've slept for 8 hours.
Do you honestly think I'm going to sleep knowing that you're skulking around scheming God knows what?
I am not scheming anything of the sort. That you have my word.
You're lying about something.
I am lying about something, but it can wait until you have all rested because, quite frankly, and she steps out, and, like, you see her basically putting on, like, gear. Like, she's putting on, like, full armor and, like, full gear. Quite frankly, you all look like you've had the absolute goodness gracious kicked out of you.
Yeah. it was the Shadow Plane. There were Kuthanites and wizards and a maid swarm. It was awful. It was the Shadow Plane. Of course it was awful. But coming home and knowing that someone's hiding something from me is not helping the situation.
Okay, just Nim, come down off the stairs. Avoid the magic circle, like in the middle of the room there. Don't step on that. It might take your soul out of your body.
Why are you messing around with soul-snatching magics anyway?
Points to bottle around neck.
Right. That I would classify as soul reattaching magic, not soul-snatching magic for what it is worth.
Fair enough.
But that's besides the point, and you're changing the subject again.
It's very interesting research, Nimbus.
Does it have anything to do with what you're lying about?
Absolutely, yes. She is lying.
You're lying again.
Yes.
You're lying again.
No.
You know, I really wish that I really miss the days when I wasn't trying to have a positive relationship with people in my life.
You're trying to have a positive relationship with me.
Oh. That's kind of cute.
It is cute.
A little bit.
Cards on the table. Something bad has happened. It's not terribly bad, but it's bad. And I know that if I tell you all, you are going to all go and immediately rush to it and get yourselves killed.
What it is, so I can maybe make a plan before I go to bed?
Gwen got in contact with me.
Okay.
She is no longer in the ocean.
Okay.
She is, however, currently captured.
What?
And this is why I didn't want to tell you until after you had slept.
Wait, I'm sorry. How and by where?
Melotes.
Okay.
At least that's where they're taking her. She's currently on a large metal ship.
Do they have any idea who she is?
None whatsoever.
Okay. So they just think she's some escaped Viatori or something, because if they know who she is...
They would undoubtedly murder her.
They would kill her if she's lucky, Alessandra.
Yes. Luckily, Gwendolyn seems to have unhuman amounts of luck. She's simply been captured, and since our ship is one that we did borrow from the Viatori, that's another story. She is being taken to them.
No, I don't know what possessed you to lie to me about this. And Nim starts walking back up the stairs and says, I'm going to the war room. I need to make calculations. I need
You're
to
not
make
going to be able to make
measurements.
good calculations with your mind wrapped up in a twist tie like that, Nimbus. You need
Well,
to
then are you
calm
actually
down.
going to help me, or are you just going to continue lying to me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I tried not to make you spiral immediately after having a traumatic experience in the shadow plane.
Okay, that's... Okay. I understand that you are new at this, and I appreciate that you are trying to help, but sometimes it is okay to ask people what they need help with and how they would like to be helped, because this just made me nervous. I would have rather just heard about it. I would have rather not had to drag this out of you.
Nim,
Alessandra?
breathe.
I'm breathing.
Deeply. Gwen is
If you
fine for now. Once the Viatori get them, we may need to grease some wheels on that, but that's beside the point.
The point
The
is that we don't
airship
have a
was
way
not necessarily taken under the best terms. but she will be safe.
I don't... Respectfully, I think we're on the clock for this one, because they could find out who she is at any moment. The Bukas are not unknown people. It would take one person to recognize her, and this whole operation is done.
Nimbus, the Bukas are all dead.
Not all of them.
No, not all of them, but the Bukas are all dead.
Is it believed publicly that Gwendolyn is dead, then?
Her restaurant was on fire and no body was found.
Yes, but she was missing in the city at that point.
And at that time, perhaps some of the officers on duty had a few extra gold pieces slipped to them a few months later for them to remember finding what could have been ashes.
Okay. That's fine, but my point still stands. She is rather recognizable.
She is. But she is cunning. And she is strong. And she knows how to handle herself when in a bind. You need to trust her.
I do trust her. I just don't trust our ability to get there quickly when we have no ship and no airship. And, I mean, I guess we could go back through the shadow plane, but that's so risky, and I don't know if we can still use the portals that Drevin had, and I don't think that the plane shift that Cassandra and I can use will... It's very imprecise, but... Oh, tell me you have a plan, because I can't think.
I have a plan.
Plan, please.
Oh, you'd like to know the plan.
Yes, I would like to know the plan. I would like to know the plan very much.
Alright, well... We'll get started. First of all, the plan involves you all getting some rest.
Okay,
That's
agreed.
step number 1. Nim, go to bed. I will... Oh, goodness gracious. And Eidolon just, walks out of the basement.
I follow her.
Okay, let's see. Garl.
I suppose Garl would be back by now, unless some weird shenanigans happen with the birds.
They're just following you around with their eyes.
Did they follow me out of the forest?
Nope, they stayed in the forest.
Okay. Creepers. Garl is back, though. She's starting to feel a weird hotness in the back of her head.
Yes.
Something she kind of associates usually with her her rages.
Mm-hmm.
But this seems to be involuntary this time, and it's just starting to make her feel a little queasy.
Garl, you don't have to lie anymore. Nim knows.
You were in on this?
Only for 10 minutes.
Okay, that's fair.
And I was made involuntarily a part of this.
But
Nim
more,
shoots
Like so many things in my
Alessandra.
life, apparently.
But more importantly, Garl, do you know how when I was researching crystals and things, you would pick me up and throw me into my bedroom and sit in front of the door, but until I rested?
Don't you dare. Absolutely
you to
not.
do that to
Don't
me
you dare.
right
You
now.
haven't told me the rest of the plan. Garl, don't you dare.
So Garl got stopped on the phrase, pick me up and throw me into my bedroom. And then she just kind of gets this dreamy look on her face.
Garl?
Yeah?
Garl? If you
Yes?
could collect Nim?
I would not like to be collected.
just points
I
at,
do not consent to this collecting.
She points at him. I found her.
Thank you, Garl.
Do I make a check on a list somewhere?
Alessandra just looks at you directly and I says, so some days I really miss having enchantment magic, and just continues to walk around the mansion. She starts walking up to the second floor to where the bedrooms are.
Have you ever had enchantment magic cast on you? It's rather horrifying.
Yes, I have. How do you think I lost my soul, Nimbus?
I wasn't aware that that was technically considered enchantment magic.
Oh, the magic that affects a person's personality and being isn't considered enchantment magic. What would it be considered?
I don't know. I don't snatch souls for a living.
Garl is feeling very uncomfortable right now.
Cassandra will take out one of her sleeping potion bottles and hand it to Nim. If you want to avoid getting thrown around.
Cassandra, I have no interest in going to bed right now. I have every interest in finishing this conversation. What is step 2, Alessandra?
Alessandra's just walking upstairs towards
Do you
the
not
bedroom.
have a step 2? Is this another lie? Are you just continuing? Is this what you do now? You walk away, you run away and lie?
I have a step 2, Nimbus. I have a step 2. I'm just simply not telling you until after you all rest.
Bullshit. I don't believe you.
Cassandra takes the sleeping potion herself.
I was gonna lean down and say, I got this sleepy rock.
Lynx, do you have any of that stuff you used on my compatriots during the tournament still?
Is Lynx in the room, or is
I
We're
don't.
all just standing around right now.
Oh, she's just yelling into the second floor. She assumes since Cassandra's there.
I
Lynx
was gonna say, Lynx
Yeah.
this entire time has not wanted to get involved. He's been preparing for the coming day before bed and remaking his lost inventory. What did Alessandra ask him?
If you have any more of that liquid you used on her compatriots, aka the fantasy sleepy time stuff.
The thing that I don't know how to make
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah. I can tell her that if she knows or has like a vague idea of what it is, I can try to make the recipe for it again.
God damn it.
Ooh.
I did take the inventor feat. This is the whole purpose of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, unfortunately, the inventor feat does take like hours to do, and she does not have that type of time right now.
Yeah.
It's almost as if it would be faster for her to just tell me what her plan is.
It's
Wow.
It's almost as
Nim.
if she tells you the plan, then you're going to run off and go off and do it without resting and get yourself killed, Nimbus.
Okay, fine. Here is my promise. Here is my bargain. Here is my deal. If you tell me the plan,
I've come to
I will
bargain.
go to bed with no you protest, nothing. I need to know that there is a plan, or I will spend all night tossing and turning, thinking of different options, and I don't think that is productive for either of us.
From whatever room Lynx is staying in, there is a muffled explosion, and you do hear him say, "I have failed to make it again."
You'll get it next time, Lynx.
Cassandra is getting a little woozy while she's standing up.
Oh, Garl, could you... And then Alessandra comes running down the stairs and just, like, catches Cassandra.
Oh.
Look,
Yeah. Sorry.
yeah.
I mean, Garl's got good. She's very good at swaddling big arms. Very, very safe and secure feeling.
All right, well, that moment...
Pain in the back of the head is really starting to grow, though.
Oh. Tia hands you the tincture she always gave you for the crystal pain.
It might work. It feels a little different.
Oh, I could add some opium if you'd like.
I don't know what that, I don't know what that is.
It's nothing you need to worry about. It's bad.
See, in my experience, when people say that, it actually half the time is something I need to worry about.
You know what?
Oh,
That's
Garl,
very
you've been
fair.
stung by that two-headed scorpion. It's nothing to be worried about.
It's something to worry about if it's in your system, but otherwise, just know that it is a very, very nasty, hallucinogenic.
It's a painkiller.
It's a bit of both. It's also very addictive.
Yes, but Garl's fortitude would prevent that addiction, I believe.
We're gonna test Garl's ability to resist drug addiction.
I can attest to your ability to resist drug addiction, Garl. In an effort to cure you of your crystal pains, when I was less scrupulous of a person, fed you many a thing that you would normally become addicted to.
Thank you
Oh,
for being
Sandra.
honest.
Nim? Rest.
Alessandra? No.
Nim? And she like walks directly, so like she's like standing like right in front of you. Like just looking down at you ever so slightly. Puts her hands like on both of your shoulders.
I'm in heels and I'm floating. I'm definitely taller than her.
Puts hands on your shoulders. Tries pushing you down onto the ground.
So, fun fact about that is that my curse cannot be negated by anything.
She gets a stool.
Garl, could I have a boost?
Little stepladder.
So what? Hold on. What is the situation with everyone else? Right? Like, what is going on? We've got these two fighting.
Cassandra has drugged herself to stay out of the fighting.
Oh yeah, and I'm
Iggs
holding
has
her, right?
blown himself up to stay out of the fighting.
Okay.
And Nim is not backing down on wanting to hear the rest of this plan. And truthfully, at this point, I don't know why she's being so stubborn about it.
Enemies to lovers, I'm just saying.
Because she needs to win.
Oh boy, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. You know what? I'm gonna go put Cassandra to bed. I don't want to get in the middle of this.
Thank you, Carl. I appreciate
And I
it.
go off to somewhere I know that Cassandra sleeps.
The library.
To the nearest library.
Though I'd start making a bed out of possibly fragile books for her to sleep on.
Oh.
That's fair.
So you guys finish up what you're doing.
The plan is simple. Little magical ritual, transportation magic, gets you to where you need to go. If we succeed at it.
Which is where specifically?
We can get you pretty much anywhere on the globe. So if we pinpoint the location, we'd figure it out when we had that ritual completed.
This ritual, are there specific materials for it?
I have them.
Okay. How long will the ritual take?
Half an hour.
All right. Do we know specifically where Gwendolyn is, or are we just going to wait for her under the dome with the Viatori?
I know where she's headed. And if she's headed towards Malotes, then there's only a few places that she could be. My plan would be to send you to a central location and for you to find your way out from there.
I could prepare sending and ask her where she is, theoretically. Would that blow her cover?
It probably would. From what I understood, she sent me her message at the last minute.
This is a long shot, but do you know if they have any, messaging, tracking? I'm considering sending her a dream message, just so she knows we're coming.
I know Treladar has a habit of keeping prisoners within anti-magic fields.
That would make sense, actually.
Yes, that would make sense. Alright, then I will hold off on that for now, but, what is the margin of error on the teleportation spell?
It depends on the margin of error of the people casting it.
Interesting. How many casters do there need to be?
Minimum of 1. Secondary casters can help.
Okay, alright. Cassandra and I actually both learned a rather nifty little, trick where once a day we can just decide that the spell works as intended. So theoretically, we could be exactly where we're supposed to be with, relatively precise teleportation.
Fair enough. Go rest. I will drag you to your bed if I have to myself.
I hate to admit it, but you probably could. When this cursed, you could probably just pick me up and carry me
Takes
easier than
rope,
Garl could.
ties
You
rope.
stop that! Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Balloon
You
Nimbus.
Hold him
stop
like
that!
a balloon. If you could have done this when we were younger, this would have been very funny at a party. And she's just like,
Yes, you'd have a new favorite holiday tradition, I'm sure.
a Nimyata.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
She just blows right past Nim bringing up the what she said at the tournament. I think they get to Nim's room and Nim says, all right, I am a woman of my word. I'm going to bed after a good cry, but I am going to bed.
Don't cry, Nim.
I think I need to a little bit because it's been a really long day. But where is your second? I don't know what to call her. I don't know how to refer to her.
She's indisposed.
How do you mean?
I have her working on something.
Oh. Okay.
More
Well,
importantly,
I guess
Nimbus.
I know, I
Bed.
promised I'd rest. But I guess congratulations on extending her range. It seemed before you two were tethered rather closely, but good work,
Still up.
I guess. Alright, but you have to go to bed too.
Technically, only one of us does, but yes. That is my job.
Alright.
Ooh, the tension.
Good night, Alessandra.
Good night, Nimbus.
And I do. I have my cry and I go to bed.
I think like as you're turning around to like go have your cry, she just kind of like puts her arm just like on your shoulder. Crying is for when there's a loss. Nimbus, you're
Also for
stronger
when
than
you're
that.
incredibly anxious.
Your emotions are valid, but Nim, in times of war like these, they can sometimes cloud your judgment.
Yes.
Take a breath. Understand that. And go to bed. And she just kind of like heads off.
I know how Boar works. Nim goes and closes her door and has her cry, goddammit.
As she should.
As I should.
As you
I
said.
think that she's completely valid in that.
Oh, she is.
Are we going to do like the full night's rest kind of thing where we all sleep?
Yes, you guys are all getting a full 8 hours of rest.
Hooray!
Whilst you do, a couple of things are going to happen. We'll begin
Dreamsicles?
with Corellia,
Oh.
who,
Oh.
about 4 hours into your rest, you feel a poking on your cheek.
Oh.
Damn, these drugs are really intense.
My dear, if you're not going to wake up, please,
Mhm.
I need you to show me around.
I wake up.
And yeah, just standing there, like arms folded, basically using a book to cover is Arinari.
Or I thought you would be in the statue for a couple more days.
Oh, goodness gracious, no.
No.
He did say 2 days.
I did
For
say
what it's
2
worth.
days, but did you think I was going to tell you the truth? If you knew I was going to pop up, for all I know, you would throw me into a hole and bury me.
Hot.
Get you some clothes.
Thank you.
I'll go find Alessandra.
Yes,
Do we have any spare clothes?
yes,
I'm
here.
as unhappy about this as you are, trust me.
Just opens the door, hands you a very nice looking outfit.
That is unusually nice.
Correct, Cassandra. I dress very well, thank you.
Not for you, for the area and for the situation.
Oh, no, of course. This is my casual wear. I have work anyway. I'm going back to bed.
Casual wear.
Oh, goodness gracious. I should never have taken the room next to Nim, so crying kept me up for hours.
She was crying.
Wow. Wow. Nice.
I'm sorry my tears were such a fucking inconvenience to you.
Yes, I think she's had an emotional day, and for some reason she likes to cry to process things.
It's understandable. Maybe I should try that. I could maybe start processing things. Anyway, good night.
If you do, let me know. I'll get earplugs.
Oh, great. I'll give them to Aranari. Here, please just stay in the closet
Oh,
for
dear.
a while.
I haven't been in a closet for a long time, but all right.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, he just sits there. He's reading a book.
What are you
Good.
reading?
Turns it around. Oh, it's a collection of short romance stories.
All right, you know I'm not a fan of banned books, but I feel like we should limit your reading material for a while.
I'm sorry, short stories about pirates sailing on the open sea? Okay, fine.
Now, that one you can read. It's just, I have a few books around here I'd rather you left alone.
All right, I will not touch your books.
All right. I'm going to try and get a bit more sleep.
Yes, if you'd like, I can whip you up a stronger sleeping potion than what you're using.
You can do that.
Yes.
That actually sounds very helpful, thank you.
1 minute. 5 minutes pass. Drink. Oh, and do enjoy the dreams. Smiles.
Oh, you motherfucker! Skeevy little son of a bitch.
To his credit, dreams are perfectly normal and fine. Like, 100% was just fucking with you, but still. Yeah, so you guys continue to rest. At one point during the rest, Lynx, you are awoken by like the running of feet down the hallway. You hear the conversation between Cassandra and Alessandra, and you get back to bed.
So many Sandras.
And yeah, eventually you all get a full night's rest. Next morning,
Nice.
Alessandra kind of like gets some door knocking going. All right, everyone, time to wake up.
The door immediately opens and Nim is fully dressed. Her eyes are very puffy, but they are finally dry. And she is fully rested.
Nice.
Alessandra just like reaches onto her belt, pulls out like a pouch, opens it up, pulls like a small glass vial out, and just like after like
What is
sticking
that?
their finger in it, it's concealer, dear.
Don't. Ugh.
Oh,
How is she? Is she reaching under my giant glasses?
Yeah, she reaches under your glasses, and it's like a moisturizing concealer that she's just putting on to like get rid of the puff.
Okay. You know, I'm not embarrassed to have feelings.
Ah, my goodness.
Lynx just looks at you and goes, "Why?"
Lynx,
Nim
that's
bites
not
back
fair.
some very ugly words.
In an attempt to shake the cobwebs, Garl is doing a couple jogging laps of the compound, trying to work through that uncomfortableness growing in the back of her head.
Cassandra will trudge back from her drugged stupor of a sleep and be like, "Oh, by the way, I thought I should warn you, Aranari's regained form. One hell of a sleeping potion, though."
Oh.
Nice.
You guys go down into like the main dining room area, and there's just like a beautiful breakfast spread.
Oh,
Where did all this
Alessandra,
come
wow.
from?
Not me.
Aranari!
And just like
So
walking out of like the
true.
kitchen area, just in an apron, is Aranari.
Nin
Hopefully-
immediately detects poison on all of it.
None of it's
Star
poison.
apron.
I mean, just an apron?
Just an apron.
Ah!
Star apron!
Detect magic, read aura. Nim does not trust this food.
It's just regular food. There's some nice waffles. They made Belgian waffles.
What?
Or
Well, I
Opal
guess
elven
Empire waffles? Opal.
hate
Magden
it
waffles. Magden waffles.
All right, it took us 49 minutes before we
to
started
talk
talking about food.
Good for us. We're really putting it together.
We are. But yeah.
I mean, that's not exactly true. Carl mentioned she might eat a snake.
And
And you know what? She was right to mention it.
Alessandra just starts digging in.
If it's not poisoned, and Cassandra will start eating too.
Yeah,
Because
it's good food.
Cassandra loves food.
It's good soup.
It's good soup.
Do we have, like, I'm just trying to remember, is there, like, any sort of, like, body of water nearby?
Yeah, there's a lake.
There's a lake.
Okay. Garl is, before returning, is going to wash off all the sweat from her muscles
That's fair.
the lake. And then return for breakfast.
When you're
Looking
in
for
the
some
lake,
carbs.
you literally at one point see what you think is a shark, and then it's just Opie popping out of the water.
Good.
Shark fins?
Careful. I almost ate you.
I was just going for my morning swim. Apparently, I know how to swim. And then they just like walked.
The truth come out.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
I need
Breakfast
some
is
carbs.
served. You all can eat as much as you'd like. It's okay food. It's not terrible. It's just good.
Okay. What are we doing
I feel like we
today?
can set some boundaries.
What? I made you breakfast.
I know, but there's a level of trust that needs to be built. I feel like it would be best if you didn't wander around the house too much without at least letting somebody know.
I went from your closet to the kitchen.
Cassandra, are we really sure having this man wandering around like a very private resistance base is the smartest idea?
Oh, absolutely not.
That's very valid, although I might remind you, breakfast.
Most important meal of the day. Gary's way. Blah.
Oh, by the way, Opie, breakfast!
Opie runs in, makes a Kool-Aid man hole in the wall.
Good.
Oh,
Garl pokes her head in. Oh, is this how we do it now?
Not Gwendolyn's house.
Opie just starts eating.
I have to
Hey,
see the front
breakfast.
doors next.
Nom
Yes,
nom nom.
Opie, the doors next time, dear.
Alessandra, will you be going on this rescue mission?
Unfortunately, I am indisposed at the moment. My other half is putting something together in Calmia, but
Calmia.
That's a ways away.
it is.
Do you care to elaborate on what's going on?
A little bit of murder.
little bit of
Alessandra, you
murder.
sent the kindest, most compassionate part of yourself to go murder?
Well, not people, but like monsters and such, yes.
As I was gonna say, it could be bad things. It could be like a monster made of bear traps.
Have not
Yes,
encountered
I
one of those yet,
suppose.
but if we do, I'll let you know, Garl.
I've had that nightmare. You can't hit it anywhere; it just snaps.
Well, would it be too much to ask for you to keep an eye on Aranari and Opie if we left them here?
Of course. He looks
Aranari,
over
do you
at
want us to do
Aranari.
whatever Alessandra asks?
Mm-hmm.
Within reason?
With it, yes, thank you.
Okay.
Good addendum.
He's not gonna like speak to us through any statues we walk by when we're out in the wild, is he?
Oh dear, I could only do
this
that
help
during my
me.
domain, Garl.
Thank the spirits.
And yeah, breakfast continues on.
I eat my fill and then I start filling any pouches I have that are empty with things that won't go bad immediately because you never know when you need some pocket bread.
Pocket
Sorry
bacon.
for cream. Daddy, some cream.
Lynx
That would go bad pretty quick.
sits down to have some brekkie, as one does. He pulls out Mystery Vial and goes, wait a minute. No. Puts it back into his bandolier very slowly. Pulls it out one more time to give it a second look and goes, okay, yes, no. And then has a waffle.
Fair enough.
Lynx. Are you
I
okay?
have been making things. And that has been different.
Is any of it ale?
No.
Oh,
It's a good idea, though.
I mean, it's a good way to start the day.
Is it?
It can be.
I mean, I think so. I've only done it a few times and it seemed okay.
Alessandra, the components for the transportation spell, are they prepared or do we need to wait?
You just see her tapping like a pouch that's clearly like just a dagger. I have them right here.
That's just
Nice.
a dagger.
Yes.
I mean, a dagger is a key to many things.
That's just a dagger.
Lie to me?
Oh no, the daggers is one of the components.
Oh, they
The
got.
actual specifications of this ritual, Alessandra?
Oh yes, of course. I'm going to stab myself and use the blood to draw a magical circle. And from there, it's going to create a sort of aiming device, and we're going to channel arcane energy into it, and then you will be teleported to that point.
Oh, okay. Blood magic.
Just a bit.
Lynx pulls from his bandolier again and says, maybe Alessandra is doing worse than I am to Nimbus. But just maybe.
But the magic of all the confounded things. If it works, if you're fine with it, then I won't argue, but
It's my price to pay. I will be paying it. It is fine. Do not worry
Wow.
about me. Blood returns to you after about 2 to 3 weeks.
returns to you or regenerates? Those are two different things.
Yes, they are. And Alessandra says, I'm going to be making the preparations in the basement, and walks downstairs.
I'm worried about Alessandra.
Me too.
Well, yes, she just sent a very important part of herself to the fucking Calmia to fight monsters. No wonder she thinks things like this are a good idea.
You sound worried about her.
Well, of course.
Did you just say fuck?
I have no
Arinari
idea
at
what
this
you're talking
point
about.
is just like
I have no idea what
is-
you're talking about.
is now sitting beside you, Cassandra, and just like, I see some things never changed, yeah. And it's just eating breakfast.
What on earth does that mean?
I was just about to ask the same thing.
She loved doing this all the time. Ever she saw two people together, if they felt like they were at all compatible, she would just think up scenarios in her head. It was adorable.
Compatible? I don't have the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
Like combo attacks?
Yes.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, synergy in a fight is important. If someone can give you, a flanking advantage.
Matt! I just saw the token.
What?
You'll see.
I
You'll all
just saw
see.
it all. Oh boy, okay.
Oh no.
Do you get my? I should check now. Did you get my direct message?
In what methodology? Yes.
Zoom.
Yes. I think we'll do that as part of the ritual. It'll be fun. But yes.
Oh boy.
Very cryptic, boys. Keep it up.
I'm curious.
Breakfast finishes up. Alessandra's kind of yelling, okay, everyone downstairs so you can get going, please. Have a Gwendolyn to go. Oh, by the way, Lynx, Cassandra, Gwendolyn's been captured. You're going to go get her.
Oh, did
that's
they
what you
not
were fighting
know?
about.
That's what we were fighting about. See, I knew she was lying to me, and she was being very stubborn about not telling me. So that's what we were arguing about very loudly last night. I'm very sorry. I'm sure everyone else wanted to sleep.
I mean, I slept okay.
Thank you, Garl.
I'm okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I thought it was the
You
lover
okay,
squirrel.
Lynx? Do you want to talk about it?
Oh, I'm fine. I just can't stop thinking recently.
Would you like a hug?
No, I simply wasn't expecting that, honestly. For Alessandra of all people, no offense, to get captured.
Well,
No.
Alessandra's right over there. It's Gwendolyn.
Or
It's the other one. The
Shut
other
up.
one of my childhood
How late
acquaintances.
are
I
you
mean,
My
up?
other childhood
To
friend.
be fair, Nimbus, they are an elf. I'm sure all of us humans look the same to them.
Ugh, you have us humans? I kind of look at Alessandra.
Wow, me and Will both just kind of brain farted today. Great.
Alessandra is a changeling, is she not?
At most, it's a little brain toot. That's all.
A little brain juice. Yum, 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 yum.
A little brain toot.
I just wanted to
Oh.
call back to the whole
Even
Magdia.
worse.
I wanted to call back to the Magdia arc and like the 20-minute oh yes, she's just human conversation. But yeah.
Oh no.
I hate it here.
Anyway, let's go do
Yeah,
this
yeah.
slightly horrifying ritual with blood and knives and
It's just blood
rescue
magic.
people.
Alessandra
we're not in
already
the
has
circle,
like
it's
the
fine.
circle done. She's done all like the hard work without you guys around.
Wow.
The blood magic makes me a little queasy sometimes. It's a lot.
So yeah, there's a large magical circle in the basement. Around that magical circle, there are several smaller circles for you all to stand on. And then in the center of the circle, there is a very large globe.
Okay.
Alright. So my personal plan right now is to
Uh-huh.
send you into Malotes. Perhaps to Milomarsh, maybe Vagfen. I think maybe Vagfen would be the best bet. It is their capital. It's currently where the Viatori fleet is, and if they've captured another one of the airships, which they have, they will be sending it back to there.
Question.
Lynx finally hears you mention Malotes and goes, ah. Okay. All right.
Garl has a question.
I have an answer, Garl, possibly, depending on the question.
And Garl seems thinking really hard. How are we getting back?
Hopefully, you will be able to re-procure Gwendolyn's airship.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
You will need to disrupt the barrier around Malotes, though.
I mean, that sounds like fun.
I thought you
I
would
mean-
think that.
I want to hit something.
Theoretically, we could come back through the shadow plane if Cassandra or myself prepared plane shift. We would be returned to the part of the shadow plane directly underneath. Well, within 500 miles of directly underneath Izzle, but
Would we have to fight more maids?
I don't know.
Okay.
Hope
It
not.
would be
They were
getting
kind
back
of
to the
gross.
material plane
A little bit.
without it shunting us right back to Malouts. That would be difficult. But I guess we'll just go with whatever works at the time.
I'm sure.
I mean, we're pretty good at thinking on our feet. Or floating. As some of us do.
We're getting our shit rocked.
Out of character, did Nimbus ever tell any of us what that was all about?
The floating?
Yeah, the curse, because as I, Lynx, have no idea about any of the magic shit.
I think at this point, Lynx, you would have noticed the correlation between Nim using certain kinds of magic and Nim looking real cursed.
I don't think I've ever seen you past stage 1 or 2 of your curse, though.
I think I have been majorly cursed one other time.
I do not remember that.
I don't know.
Sad.
I mean, Garl just assumed you just had thin little arms and air in your bones like birds, and you just floated.
I think it might be. You might have assumed that it was more than that because it is not just the floating; it's also the glowing and like the hair and clothes floating in a breeze that is not there, and like
That's fair.
the starry
I mean-
eyes. Like it's kind of bizarre looking.
See, what I do remember is the first time you used your little magical girl transformation skill. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. Righteous Might.
Yeah. It was a good time.
That's fun. I want to use that spell again. But anyway, we have a transportation spell to.
You do. You can make an occultism, a crafting, or a arcana check to aid in the ritual.
All right.
What's that you say?
I'm going to
Arcana.
try for an Arcana.
Occultism, crafting.
Probably doing it subconsciously.
That's so sad. I have a plus 24 to crafting and rolled a 29.
Failure. Failure.
Load.
Oh boy.
Failure.
Great!
Oh.
All those crit 20s?
Wow.
God.
Yeah, we wasted them on silly things like identifying birds.
Failure.
Oh boy, we're all... No crits though, no crit failures.
Anyone wanted to use a hero point on those?
You know what?
I have exactly one.
I will use a hero point.
God damn it.
I'll be hero pointing mine.
Okay, Link's got a success.
You know what?
Is better.
Screw it. I will hero point mine. Hope for the best. I did occultism.
Yay!
Nice, that's a success.
50%
We did it.
successes then.
Alright, so Elisandra begins the ritual
Thank you, Squishy Werewolf.
and continues to basically do
Yay!
it. Who would like to roll me a D100?
Oh no.
You know
I
what?
would,
I'm
would.
doing it. I'm doing it.
Who's being turned into something?
25.
Okay, so a couple of things.
Nimbus
happen.
dies instantly.
Probably.
The ritual begins to go off. Elisandra appears to be having some issues controlling some of the magical power coming through it, and you
As
guys
one
don't
does.
seem to help all that much. However, it does go off, and you guys begin to sort of like, if you've ever seen Star Trek and like the phasing, the teleportation that they do, there, the beaming up and down, you guys start to kind of like phase out of existence.
Hot.
I don't like this.
As you are all phasing out of existence, you will hear Arinari, "Oh, this is a lovely little lab you have here."
Oh lord.
It's like, "Oh, thank you," and you guys are gone at that point.
Oh no, those two are gonna make
I
a
don't
horrifying
like
power
that at
couple.
all.
Oh no.
Take that. I take that.
When you rematerialize, I would like everyone to make me a perception check.
Woo.
That's better.
All right, 36, great. Success. I'm just looking for no critical failures on this. This is determining the orientation that you're arriving in. Awesome, you all succeed. So you all see when you're coming, you all appear, and you look basically down, and for the briefest
boy.
moment you're not falling, but then you look down, and you see
We're Wile E. Coyoteing this.
directly below you all is the ground. A couple 100 feet.
Okay.
Quick question, Will.
About 130 feet off the ground.
Quick question.
Yes.
Can I do an Arcana check to check if there's any of those arcane fields that prevented magic before?
Yes, you can.
Okay. 34.
There's not.
All right, then I am, if I have the chance, I'm immediately going to flex my shoulders and cast Fly and try and scoop Cassandra up.
Nice.
All right. You
I'm-
successfully do that, Nim.
I'm
Bridal
tapping my
carry.
winged rune, and if I am close enough, reaching out and smacking Lynx with an airwalk.
All right, and boom and
Oh,
boom.
he's gonna have to walk down.
Hey, look at that! You all have a landing strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'll,
William Banner.
when girl scoops me up, I'll like wrap my hands around her neck, like, because I'm freaking out, and I'll hit her with a wind walk.
Oh, you don't need to. I got fly on.
Oh, sweet. Never mind then.
I can just stand here in the air and I can move up and down.
I just grip in fear.
Hey, Garl, as you have now activated your muscles and flexed your runes, can you make me a will save?
23.
Yeah, that's a success. Garl, the back of your neck is just shooting out in pain.
Ooh.
You start. I imagine, Cassandra, as I'm holding you, you probably start feeling tremors through Garl's whole body.
Garl
Cassandra at first just assumes Garl is also afraid because they were falling and they were in the sky.
Oh,
She's
now
like,
you're falling with
Gonna try and get on the ground real quick.
Yeah, 130 feet should be no issue for airwalk.
Y'all easily land. I will say directly below you is what appears to be like a decently large settlement. And like as you guys are all in the air, you just see like ballistas being pointed towards all of you.
Oh.
Lynx is having a little too much fun with this. He is like pretending to walk downstairs as he goes.
That's literally what it looks like. It's like a little spiral
Yeah.
staircase because you have to.
Literally.
It's at a 45-degree angle.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I did have a dream about this, and it's very odd that it's coming to reality now.
Who's the real divination lore master in this game? Maybe it's Cooper.
As you all reach the ground, around you is a collection, a cacophony of people. There appear to be like a number of people in like this ramshackled armor, pointing what appear to be like very put together weapons, like guns. Like there's literally a person who has on their shoulder a small ballista that's like aimed towards you all. Not a ballista, a trebuchet. A small trebuchet that's aimed towards you all.
That seems very impractical for a shoulder-mounted weapon.
Believe it or not, it's a thing that exists in PF2 now because of Guns and Gears, and I love it.
Oh, Lord. That doesn't seem like it would work.
Hello.
I put Cassandra down.
I go, oh, thank you. Are you alright?
I don't know.
All of you, please stand down.
We don't have anything.
Lynx continues to walk around on the little staircase.
Are you telling me what to do?
I am asking you very politely so that we don't have to shoot you.
They're being very nice considering we just dropped in from the middle of nowhere with no warning.
Lynx very much is still waddling down that staircase.
Lynx, I swear to God, I will stop sustaining the spell if you don't get down here right now.
I just want to be safely on the ground. I don't like this. And he continues to waddle in a little semicircle.
As you two yell that, there's like an audible chuckle from the crowd.
Is he
Something funny?
diffusing the situation just through the oddity of his spectacle?
Yeah, like there's like a non-zero sum group of people now who are just like laughing at this guy walking down, being like looking like they're walking down the most rickety stairway ever.
Thank you for saving my life, Nimbus. I hate this.
You're very welcome.
All right, well,
What's
just
your
get
name?
down on the ground, and if we could, we just want to talk. You all appeared out of nowhere. As the mayor of this lovely little town, this lovely little Vega friend, I do need to kind of vet you all and just, make sure you're not working with Trelladar.
Oh, definitely not.
Okay, I already like the sound of that. That's a good thing right there.
What's your name, sir?
We'll get to that. I got a couple more questions. I don't want to give you my name and then have to kill you. I'd feel really bad about that.
Of course, completely.
Why do we have to answer your questions?
Because we dropped in on them.
Number 2, how did you all make it through that barrier?
Magic. Teleportation.
Okay.
So
good.
true, Nimbus.
Good to know. We don't have anyone who can do that. And then number 3, not on Team Treladar, on your own team with another country. What are we looking at here? Mercenaries for hire?
Team Treladar can go fuck themselves?
I like you all a lot. Okay, everyone, they're fine. Disperse. And like everyone just like goes off and goes. It's back to like their stuff. For anyone who's played New World, it's very much like the towns and that. They're very ramshackled together, and now everyone's just like going around to like different stations and working on building things. And then this man
haven't played New World. What do they look like?
think like very like ramshackle towns, like
Junktown.
Kind of thrown together. It looks kind of like a shack.
A little Mad Maxy, but less
A
fun.
little Mad Maxy.
a little Mad Maxy, less bones.
Important distinction.
This is a no bone settlement.
But it's an all bones day.
Yeah. But yeah,
Out
that
of
man kind of like
context
walks
references.
towards you all, helps you all up, the people who got down to the ground. Apologize. Kind of have to cover our bases there. Not very often folks drop out of the air randomly.
But not unheard of.
Not unheard of. You know how magic can be, especially with the Magic Guard waste. People can sometimes pop in there, although sometimes they don't have a landing strategy. That's why we have Jeff over there. And this guy, like, with this, like, mop and water bucket is just kind of, like, waving. It's like, hey, you can go put that away, Jeff. Walks away.
Thank you,
I
Jeff.
already don't like Jeff.
Oh, he's just a man with a job, Garl.
I wish
Oh,
I
alright.
had a job.
You seem a little on edge.
Yes, well, you know, when you've been stuck inside of a dome for months.
I didn't think she said that to Garl.
I was directing that at Garl.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you all right, Garl? Did you hurt yourself when you were coming down?
I just feel angry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I have days like that too.
Did anyone else eat anything weird for breakfast, maybe?
Those fucking
God.
waffles. We should have
I ate
trusted them.
everything. I feel fine.
Knew I should have trusted Magdian food.
I'm assuming that Lynx is pretty close to the ground now, but he's still... Did you just say fuck again?
No, I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, if you'd like, we could get, like, some mattresses stacked up for you. You could just fall.
He should have been down here already. I have no idea what's taking him so long.
Lynx,
I'm
just jump
bad
into
at
my
this.
arms.
Yes, I know.
Jump into my arms.
No!
Also, I apologize. I am Zadesh. Zadesh, the mayor of this town.
It's very
It
nice.
is lovely to meet you, Zadesh.
Garl just nods.
Can I ask what exactly this town is? We were told that the Viatori were being trapped here, but I guess I didn't consider that there would be non-airship settlements.
Oh, yes, this is the capital of Melots, actually. This is Vagfen. We're quite the vagabond set in a swamp, so we're a vagabond settlement in a swamp, so we named it Vagfen.
That's fair.
Yes. The Viatori are outside. You probably missed them on your way down. But, Lynx, as you're walking down, you now see outside of the room, outside of this settlement, chained to the ground, are a number of airships.
Don't like that.
They can't be happy about that.
Personally, I'm not, nor the Viatori. We had a lovely, and they point to like a very large tower. We had like a lovely airship dock here, but no, we can't use that. The dome has caused a number of problems, but that's beside the point.
Well, have there been any other newcomers lately?
Oh,
Yes. Involuntary ones, perhaps.
the prisoners. Yes, I
Sure.
believe Treladod just finished transferring a new group of prisoners over to their holding area.
And what direction is that?
It just look you in the eyes, Garl. I could tell you, but the information does come at a cost.
What's the cost?
Well, if you're going there for the reasons I think you are, perhaps we may be able to help each other out.
Well, that depends. What reason do you think we have for going there?
I think you need to get someone out.
I mean, that's a fair assessment.
We also need to
what
get
is it you
ourselves out, I think.
what do you want us to do, and what do you have to offer to us that would make us worth the while?
Well, number one, the location of the little prison encampment that you're looking for. And number two, perhaps a way in that would be easier than knocking on the front door.
All right, that does sound like a pretty good idea.
That does sound like a good deal.
What do you want?
Yeah.
A number of our townsfolk have had to go there due to a deal with Treladar. It seems like
Gesundheit.
we were once a colony of that nation. We gained our freedom. However, it seems like some of their old assets still remain. Apparently, there's some type of arcane lab at that site that was once used to create magical warriors, and they've been taking some of our people.
Magical warriors.
Androids or like
The best way I could put it would be amalgamations.
Oh.
Kind of like looks over now, like looking at Garl. It's like similar to your friend there, but with darker crystalline structures.
Oh no.
The presumption that you know me angers me, which seems to be a theme today.
Carl, I really think maybe I can make some like nice calming mint tea or something. This is Never mind.
Taste copper.
But yes, you have people there?
Yes, we have a number of people who are being experimented on there, and all I ask is that if you do go in there, make enough of a ruckus for them to leave.
Of course.
A ruckus?
Yes.
You like causing a ruckus.
If you'd like, we can offer you some help with that. We do have a number of, albeit thrown together, technology here.
I don't think I need any help with making things explode.
Fair enough.
Ooh, quick question. Do I have the robe of the Archmagi or the greater robe of the Archmagi?
The robe of the Archmagi.
Cool.
It's not the greater robe yet.
Yet.
Ooh. You know, do some blood magic rituals and infuse it with power.
Hey Garl,
Yep.
can you make me one more will save?
Sure. 30.
Nice.
Too willful.
That anger is just balling up inside of you. You can feel it now though. And you feel it like it's trying to just push out of your body. It's like your skin is trying to leave the skeleton around it.
Oh. Is there like a tree nearby?
Yeah.
I immediately go and start trying to headbutt the tree.
As you're
Garl.
headbutting the tree, Garl, why don't you tell us a little bit of what comes out?
Okay. Garl kind of winds up, hits her head once against the tree, winds up again, and then just kind of doubles over, clutching her stomach. And then a line of blood starts to come out of her mouth.
Oh.
And it just kind of keeps going onto the ground. And then just the puddle that has been left of the blood just starts to ripple completely on its own. And out of it, clawing, comes a humanoid shape that just seems to be completely made of like crimson, but it doesn't seem to have any like proper features. It's almost like a plastic mold of a human shape. It looks vaguely like female because it's kind of got weird long hair that seems like part of its body, and it just kind of gets up, and now it's just standing there, and all the blood has flowed into its shape, and Garl has stopped leaking blood and is just staring at it, and the thing just kind of tilts its head and leans in close to Garl.
I'm sorry, what the fuck is that on the screen now?
Garl, I would back away maybe.
Nim. Oh my god.
Cassandra's gonna go stand between Garl and this blood thing.
Here, chat. I'm going to quickly. For some reason, the stuff on our map layer didn't work. Didn't fix. but I am going
I
to
would
make
like
it
chat to know that I'm not responsible for this.
You can all
This
see what
token.
has popped out of Garl.
Yes,
Right.
the trauma mental.
Yes. And Garl, why don't you tell us? Why don't you tell us why that is? Why has Garl developed this ability?
Well, recent level up, Garl has taken a human feat that allowed her to take a level 2 dedication feat, and she has taken the summoner dedication. And now she has a anger Eidolon, spawned from all of Garl's possibly even forgotten anger and rage and anguish. And it has taken a slightly familiar shape, just the
Yeah,
general
slightly.
shape of it. It
I
doesn't
don't-
seem hostile at the moment. It seems kind of hunched over and kind of feral-ish, but it's just kind of standing there, seemingly waiting for instructions or anything.
How
Aura
long
detect
does-
magic?
Zadash just like looks at all this, says, "It's to the north, like 2 hours. I'm going to leave you all to your stuff," and he just books it.
Wow.
Fair. Garl, I would be maybe 3 big steps back.
Garl is just very strangely fascinated by this creature and just kind of just staring into it, just
How-
staring into its non-existent eye sockets because its face is just kind of blank.
How long does airwalk last, Nim?
Only a minute.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Actually, it might be 5. I can double check.
It's fine. Regardless,
It
it
is
would
5.
definitely be.
You're back on the ground by now.
Yeah, like I would definitely be back on the ground by now.
Just in
I was
time
gonna
to
say
see.
that, like, just for fun, just sitting there like 15 feet in the air. What the hell is that?
What the hell is that?
Oh my god! What is that?
And as it's just kind of standing there, its posture just kind of changes and it just kind of stands up perfectly straight. And it just kind of tilts its head, looks at Garl, looks at the rest of you, puts a hand imperiously on its hip, and then sort of raises a hand, and then out of it comes like the shape of a book, and it just starts kind of reading it and just not paying attention to everyone now.
Good.
Oh, I don't.
Cassandra first
care
turns
for
to
that
Garl.
at
She says,
all.
Garl, are you alright?
I mean, I feel a little lighter. Also, a little more calm now. Oh,
I bet.
that's
bet.
nice. Ooh,
I'm going
does
to
anyone have a
be a minute.
lozenge?
I'll be right back. Cassandra's gonna walk off to go throw up.
Yeah.
Oh, did she
Nim
create a-
clocks
did she
that
create
and
a
just
thing
makes
too?
mint tea for everyone, less for the calming factor and more for the breath factor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can I detect aura, read magic on this thing?
Yeah, it is divine, I believe, or is this a cult?
Hold on. Anger Phantom is a cult.
Yes, this is a cult.
Ooh,
The spooky Halloween Eidolon.
I will be speaking to Alessandra about this. Well, there's nothing for it now, I suppose.
Lynx is fascinated.
It does seem to be made out of weird, like, blood that's just holding a shape in defiance of gravity.
Simulacrum.
That's just horrifying.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I mean, I think it'll be helpful.
How do you know? Can you communicate with it, Garl?
I think so. I sometimes have other voices in my head, but I think they're just reminders about things. But this one seems to be saying, like, we should get a move on, disappointed,
Oh,
I've read this book already,
That tracks.
library lore is the best skill ever.
That also
I'm
tracks.
sorry, your
It is.
thing that you can hear in your head says mean things to you. That sounds terrible,
I mean, it's nothing worse than I've said to myself.
Garl.
Well, you know, we all have to poke ourselves to do better.
That's not. You don't.
No? Oh.
You can encourage yourself to be better without telling yourself that you're a disappointment.
But then how will you do those next 10 push-ups?
You say you conjure up me saying this to you, saying this specific phrase, Garl, you can do it. I believe in you. You are an extremely capable young woman. And you can do it.
You know, I think that's what Merle said to me when I was in
Lynx,
your
if you don't
body.
shut up right now. I swear to Desna, I will sew your mouth shut with just straight electricity and malice.
Okay.
I think
Nim's having a day and a half. Nim's having a day and a half.
Lynx has unfortunately hit it directly on the head. That Merle does sit on Nim's shoulder during fights and be like, "Good job, you can get him,
Got
Nim.
this.
Good shot. You'll get him next time." Like that's. So the idea that Garl maybe has this like horrible blood familiar that is constantly taking her down a peg does not sit well with Nim.
Oh, it's so awful.
But yes, Lynx is now aware and has now potentially made the rest of the party aware of something that is near and dear to Nim's heart, but also something that she may not be willing to divulge.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's not all bad, and at that moment, actually, the trauma mental actually reaches out and does actually gently stroke Garl's face.
and then slaps it.
I mean, if that's what the DM says happens.
No.
Garl, just because something is kind to you one moment and is cruel to you the next does not mean that they are your friend.
I wish I had had that lesson taught to me before I dated my last boyfriend.
Lynx, you have an ex-boyfriend?
Lynx.
Saw that coming.
And I think
I was trying to.
as our party begins to process this, and as they begin to now know what their next move is, that's where we're going to end things tonight.
For the record, I should say this vocally. I did misspeak. It was like the three partners ago,
That's
but
true.
I fully did not want to like rub my last partner the wrong way if he ever sees this stream. That's all I
He
wanted to say
genuinely
about that.
But thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Don't forget to check out the other shows. Next week, our party ventures into Garl's homeland to collect their friend.
I'm sure good times will be had by all.
I don't know about that.
I think it will be quite
Well,
the
it's also
experience.
Lynx's home.
It is.
We're from the same neighborhood.
Yeah, Lynx is from Mullouts.
Mm-hmm.
Andra still needs to get back from her mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Cassandra in the corner, just like,
But
Oh
if you
yeah,
want-
she's like
if
5
you wanna
trees
see-
away, just like "Bleh."
If you want to see the rest of that mental breakdown, you'll have to come back next week. But don't forget to check out our other shows, like The Calling Chronicle on Friday and The Strength of Thousands AP on Mondays. And also keep an eye on our socials and our TikTok, because as things progress with this game and we start ramping up for what will be Campaign 2, I'm going to be posting stuff about that there. So check out all of our socials. We're at Tabletop Rolls everywhere. Check us out on YouTube. I might post some more long-form YouTube content. We'll find out. But thank you all so much for coming. Don't forget to check out other shows, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Are we
bye. Bye-bye.